Hello, Stickosaurus here, and today we're going to work on this beautiful Jungle Fury purple. This is a model by 3D Command Center, of course. Printed rather nice. There's a couple holes up here with this steep angle, and we started having some under extrusion up here, but we will fix out some glazing putty. It won't be a big deal, hopefully. I still got to try to get some of these supports off the visor area, but the back printed nice. It's one of those weird like 3/4 helmets, so trying to get this on is hard. I don't like 3/4 helmets. I mean, I get it, but I don't know. It just always makes me claustrophobic. I feel like I can't get it back off without like hurting myself or hurting it. So it's a lose-lose for everyone involved. But yeah, I think this is going to turn out okay. Like I said, once you fix all this under extrusion, and if anyone has an Ender 5 Plus and how to fix getting under extrusion, let me know. Tried a bunch of things. Currently, it works, and sometimes it just doesn't. And, you know, change the nozzle, change the tube, all that, and I don't know. But it gets old. It really gets old. Especially when you have a whole helmet print like that, you don't realize it because it's overnight. But so you saw the die sheet helmet I made. That was one of them. So no big deal. But again, we'll fill in these holes, we'll fix this up, get all smooth looking, and then we'll have ourselves a pretty helmet. But let's get to it. Okay, that's a good start. That spot putty and the under extruded stuff, I'll feel better about sanding there. And then we'll get this sanded, primed, and we'll see what we need to put more glazing putty on. Because other than that, it printed pretty nice, but you know, you don't know, maybe up in here. But we'll sand it first. But I got the trouble areas, I think, taken care of for now. But yep, let it dry. Okay. So we got some spot putty on this bad boy, and we filled in these holes. Obviously, I have glazing putty all over me. Let's get a shower here. We're gonna rough sand this, of course. It's a nice print, and it just has spot putty on it. So we'll start with 100, and we will go from there. See how it looks. I think it's gonna look a lot better. We might have to put some spot putty here on the ears for sure. See some under extrusion. Filler primer will not fill that. Don't you worry. You can put there as much filler primer as you want. It won't fill correctly. So we might have to put some spot putty there. But let's get this and the back. Back's pretty simple. It's just little. So we'll get that sanded, prime this, let it dry, and then we'll see what we're working with. That's usually the best way I found now that I've been using glazing putty a lot. It's kind of what I did before. That's weird. That should have been way dry, but it's tacky still. Might be a problem. But that's what we're going to do. And then we will hopefully have something better looking than this. Okay, that took forever to sand. I think it might be okay. We're going to have to prop this one up to sand it since it's a 3/4 helmet. But we'll prime it. And again, it's just rough, getting preliminary and getting an idea of what we've got to work with. So, what's next? Okay, let's get some primer on this. I can see a little bit. We could have done a little better sanding, but I think it's going to be all right for at least a start. We're going to have to fill that stuff anyway. Especially that's like what the ears are that I showed you, those under extruded. So again, just the primer helps you see better than the bare plastic. So it just helps figure out what we gotta fill. That's all. Okay, just a quick look. We're gonna have to sand this a little better. Here, there's some weird, I don't know, dots. I'm not sure. The Z seam wasn't set on random or anything, but you never know. Could be Z seam. And on this one, I think it was a Z seam, and I took care of it back here. But up top here, where we had a little bit of an under extrusion, the sanding just started ripping it. That's the problem with the under extrusion. That's why it's so hard to fix for me. Just the spot there. But we will let this dry, evaluate, fill, and back to sanding with some 220. Usually when I get the spot putty on, I just fill 220, fill 220, fill 220. The 220 takes off like the perfect amount of filler, spot putty, whatever you want to call it, glazing putty. And so once we get this 120 stage away, it starts looking a lot better. But we're gonna have to fill some stuff and work on the back a little more, but we're getting there. Okay, I put a little bit more spot putty on the front of this and on the top and the ears as well. So we're gonna sand that down, sand the back down with some 220, see what that looks like. And then we will see if we want to prime it. Okay, this should be good enough to give us a general idea how the top's looking. There's probably a couple places like here that we might need to fill some, unless the primer takes care of that, but I doubt it. But let's blow it off, prime it, and probably fill a lot more. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. Then we'll sand it, and then we'll see what we need to do. Okay, put some more glazing putty on this bad boy. A good bit, actually. And we're gonna do the fun part and sand this off. So it's looking a lot better than it did. So hopefully we can pull this thing together. Okay, that took forever. That was a good 40 minutes-ish. I'm gonna dust it off, and then we are gonna prime it. And I think we're looking pretty good. I think if we do have to touch anything up, we'll just do that little spot, prime it again, and then hopefully we can move on to wet sanding. But it's feeling good. It's solid where it needed to be, because we get that under extrusion issue on this. So it's looking good. Okay, let's put some primer on this and see what we're working with. You know, I'm really liking this. There's still a little dent here. We're gonna have to sand, fill and sand here. I don't know what I did the first pass with the glazing putty, but I screwed something up. But yeah, she doesn't look like a 3D print anymore, so I think we are knocking it out on this one, honestly. Honestly, I'm getting real excited. This helmet's pretty. And I saw someone selling a Anarchy one this morning, and got me pumped to work on this. This is why I kind of started on this one before some of the other ones today. So, gonna let it dry. And like I said, maybe I'll put some glazing putty on this little dent here. And hopefully tomorrow maybe we can wet sand. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna put the base coat on. Getting violet. Looking real good. Okay, we're gonna do the silver, which might be more gray than silver. I'm not super sure. I'm gonna do silver. I think it might look cooler. And I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I didn't even realize there was another color on this helmet other than purple and white. So you learn a lot when you do these helmets. You know, you learn about all the details you don't really notice on the show. I mean, you usually watch an action and stuff unless they do like a close up when they first show up or something, you know. But yeah, there is some gray silver. I'm gonna do silver. I don't know, it's so hard to tell. Some people do silver, some do gray. Anarchy, I think, did silver. And I know Anarchy's not the end all, but it's real easy to find Anarchy references. Like, because he's got his website, so he has pictures of all the helmets he's done. And Anarchy's kind of the only one that does some of these helmets. Like, there's not a lot of people that do stuff that's not Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, you know. So, especially like I've been working on some zoo odors and stuff. No one does any of those. So, you gotta find what you can find. But that's why I always bring up Anarchy. I don't really care for Anarchy. I might have said this before, but like when I was a kid on Ranger Board, like 15 years ago, he was like the only person around, so he just always pops in my head. I was like, oh, I gotta have an Anarchy helmet. It was so cool. And then, all the horror stories nowadays, but I don't need an Anarchy helmet anymore. I'm more than happy with my helmets. I think they are not quite as good as his, for sure. For sure, because they're fiberglass and resin and all that, But I'm happy with them. And I made them myself, so it makes me feel good. But we're going to put the silver on here. I didn't know existed. And then still fighting if we're going to hand paint the white or mask off and paint the white. Really not sure. Probably hand paint, to be honest. Pretty easier. It's gonna take a couple cuts. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it. Let's get the silver on here first. Okay, that's 2 coats. I think it looks clean. I mean, that's like, I don't think I've ever had a nicer looking silver area. Wow. A little impressed with myself. So we'll let that dry, unmask it. Hopefully we don't have any overspray. No big deal, we'll fix it. And we'll decide what we're doing with the white. Okay, so I just cannot think of an easy way to mask this. So we're just gonna hand paint it. It should be all right, hopefully. I didn't get everything masked yet. I still gotta do it here. But I'm gonna get started because it's probably gonna take a couple coats for sure. Yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be okay. Sorry, I was trying to think. And I'll also do the black here. And then I'll look and maybe we'll just do the detail lines while we're doing this all at once. So I'm not sure how much I'm gonna get of this. I'm gonna do a coat of white and it's gonna dry for a while and then we'll do it again. So here we go. Okay, finally got this where I'm happy with. I did probably like 5-6 coats of white, cleaned it up after I took the masking off because we had a little bit of runs, which happens. I put a little bit too much water in the white one coat, so that's my fault. Now we did the black, we did the black detail lines on everything. I couldn't know for sure where they all went, but I just kind of put them wherever I wanted them because it's my helmet. But other than that, I think it looks good. Sorry, one of my printers just made a real weird noise, which has me concerned. But sorry, now I'm all distracted. We'll put the clear on here, and then hopefully we can get this done today. It's like 7 in the morning, so if we put the clear on it, it should be well enough to handle at least to do the magnets and the visor and stuff by 4 o'clock. It's usually when I come back out. So hopefully that'll be 2 helmets done today, maybe 3. There's another one over there I can finish. I don't know, but really liking this helmet. Maybe it's just the purple. Purple helmets are just cool, and there's so few of them. It just makes them that much cooler to me. So here we go. Oh boy, she is pretty. Man, I don't know. Just popping. She's just popping. So I did notice one little area I didn't like, but I already hit the can, so it was too late. It was too late to pull back. But maybe we can fix it later, or might not even notice. It's just over here. I just needed a little bit more white where I fixed up. So initially, when I took the masking off, I tried yesterday. I hit it with the heat gun for a good bit, let it sit for like an hour. I tried taking the masking off, and just this side it just wasn't drying out. So when it did, it was like that. I don't know how to explain it, but when like acrylic's like half dry, it gets like stringy and kind of wet still. So that happened, and it made a mess. I got it cleaned up, but I lost some of the paint I already had down. So I tried filling it with a paint pen. I only put 1 coat. Forgot It's my fault. And, you know, the clear makes things pop. So you see mistakes a lot more. So, I mean, it's whatever. I think it's still gonna look perfectly fine. And you can only see it if you look at it from an angle, but other than that, wow. Wow. You can see me in that. It's pretty. I mean, I know it's still wet, so we'll see what it looks like when it dries. We could always, wet sand it with some 1000 grit and coat it again, but I don't know if we're gonna need to. But it's pretty. I can't wait to finish this. Cannot wait. Okay. Gonna let this dry for a couple hours here before I even think about touching it, so. Not sure if we're good to today. I would like to, but it's Sunday. And I also would like to relax a little bit. I work 40 hours a week, and then I do like 17 hours on the weekend work on helmets, so maybe not that much. 5 hours, so 8, 16. 16, depends when I get up. I got up at 5:30 yesterday. Slept into 6:30 today, so close. Definitely close. But, yep, we'll let her dry. Okay. The clear turned out pretty well. Happy with it. We're gonna put the visor in. Just gonna use some paper, do a template, cut it out. Small visor, should be pretty simple, hopefully. And then we'll do 2 magnets on the back since it's a half bag. Put the elastic in, and maybe foam, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, got all that in. It fits. I put a little foam in it. I'm going to switch to using super glue to put the foam in, I think, because I was pushing it in on the inside, and I feel like the outside of the helmet started melting. So I panicked, and let it go. And I think it's okay, but we're gonna stop using hot glue for that for sure. But let's get this spin around. Ooh, that's snug. That's snug with my hair up. That was a journey. I didn't know if I was going to be able to get that off. I was looking like a fool. And I wasn't. So, ooh, I'm snug. So there it is. That is Jungle Fury purple, Geki Ranger purple, violet, Geki violet, I guess. Finished. What a amazing helmet. Modeled by 3D Command Center. Beautiful. It's so good. It's so good. I mean, maybe I'm being a little talking myself up here, but I feel like I smashed this one out of the park. I think this thing looks fantastic. Even with the super under extrusion we had up here, we fixed that all up real nice, I think. There's a little bit in the corner here I wish we could have got out a little better. Now, like 2 months later, after I finish this, I probably could have fixed that. But at the time, I just hadn't got there yet. So you learn something new all the time. I've got foam padding in here, so it fits real nice. Screwed up my hair. But man, maybe it's just something about the purple that makes it pop. I don't know. I mean, we could touch it up here a little bit, I guess. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed doing this one as much as I did. And if you ever think, oh, I'd like to make a Geki Ranger helmet, make Violet. This helmet's sick. It's sick. What's the Power Ranger guy's name? RJ? I think that's his name. I'm not sure. But yeah, thanks for watching. If there's anything you want to see me make, let me know, and I will try really hard to make it happen. Check out my TikTok at Stickosaurus. Play the guessing game. It's always fun. You can play the guessing game on Instagram, which is also at Stickosaurus. Put my TikToks on there. Twitter, I don't know. They're weird putting TikToks on Twitter, but follow me on Twitter if that's what you do. You don't do Instagram, do Twitter. Put new pictures up every week, every day, every week. And again, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Really helps me out. Leave a comment. I love meeting new people and talking about helmets or Power Rangers, Sentai, even Kamen Rider, whatever you wanna talk about it. I'm sure we can find something. So, thanks for watching and have a great day.